Hey there!
Hur mår du?
Mycket bra, thank you so much.
Jag pratar lite svenska. Jag bor i Kiruna.
Okay, far up in Sweden. Nice to meet you.
Far up, yeah. Nice to meet you. Well, here's Fonseca. Here's a great popularizer in YouTube. He has a couple of questions for you.
Sure, I'm happy to.
Hi man, nice meeting you. Great Sabaton
meet
fan
you.
here.
Thank you.
So, by the way, how am I supposed to call you?
Par.
Because
It's fine.
Hard, just hard.
No, par.
Okay.
But you can also say like a pair of shoes. Think like that.
Pair of shoes.
Pair.
Per. Like per, just like that.
Yeah. That would
Okay,
be
that's cool.
perfect.
So nice meeting you, Per. So yeah, I was telling Miguel the other day while we were preparing the interview that in my channel I have a YouTube channel about international politics. So we cover a lot of history, a lot of international wars, like war in Ukraine, war in Gaza, Israel, and for some reason there is a huge percentage of my fans who are also great Sabaton fans. And
That's great.
I don't know, are you aware of the how to say the huge audience that you have among the political nerds and history nerds?
Well, I mean, history is a natural part of Sabaton. So that is in our vein, it's in our DNA. When it comes to political, I mean, we tend to want to be staying out of the political. I mean, I'm here to play heavy metal and sing about history, and I'm not here to tell people what to think or vote or do with their lives or dress up or anything. So I'm more of an advocate for letting people to decide for themselves what they want to do with their lives.
But how is that possible? Because by definition, you're talking about wars, you're talking about conflicts that by definition are political. So how do you manage to stay out of politics while talking about conflicts?
Well, first of all, we would like to stay in the history that is solid history, that is past, and that is a key thing. I mean, a lot of people want us to sing about present events. We do not want to, because they simply become political. But a museum or a history book, are they political in one way? Maybe yes, maybe not. Are they educational? Yes. Are Sabaton also part of that? Maybe yes. I mean, first and foremost, we're a heavy metal band, but can we be seen as a educational branch? Yes. Some people, they take history from going to school. Some people take it from reading a book. Some people watching a documentary, and some people from listening to a heavy metal band. And I don't see the problem in any of those. And I think that from people to study and learn from history helps people to understand why the world looks as it does and is how it is. And I think that is a good thing. It helps people who live in third countries to have a more objective view on countries that are or any kind of conflict that doesn't need to be conflict. It doesn't need the countries. I mean, all people in this world have smaller or big conflicts, and we all have our rights in it. So it's important to understand that is what this is all about. I mean, we can have a conflict with our family members, and if you don't know the history behind what each person has to say, then it's you can only judge by your own personal opinion if you look from the outside. So I think by people knowing more about history,
Pardon? Oh, I think we lost you.
Yeah, creo que
I'm
tenemos
here.
ahí un...
Oh yeah.
I'm here.
Okay, perfect. You can
I'll
go
see
ahead.
you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where you lost me.
You
Yeah,
were
30
talking
seconds
about
ago.
some family conflicts,
Okay.
and that
So,
you got
yeah.
the history.
So a war is a conflict. Usually between at least two, maybe more sides. And from each side, they have probably the right. So this is from an interesting point of view. Like if if two people are arguing about something, both of them are probably right from their own perspective, right? So from a third perspective, to judge upon these people or these countries or whatever they are, it makes sense to know their background history. So I think that knowing history is very good for learning about today and knowing more about how today works and functions. So that's why I think that history is pretty important.
How did you come up with the idea of starting a metal band based on battles? Was it like an influence by bands like Manowar, or is just because you are history nerds?
No, we were not history nerds. We just wanted to sing about something that was real and mattered. We thought that fantasy and fiction was made up, and we thought that the real world was more interesting and more scary in one way. So we thought that would be one thing. We felt after writing the first couple of songs that we suddenly mattered our lyrics. Before that, we just wrote about drinking beer and riding motorcycles or whatever. And that wasn't giving us anything, so we decided let's write about something that gives us something in return. And that is why we came up with this. And no, we were not the first band, of course, to do this. I mean, Iron Maiden is a very good example of a band who has done songs about military history before, and they've done it excellent. They just maybe aren't as exclusive to it because they sing about a lot of other things too, while Sabaton is not singing about that much other things than military history. So yeah, but we kind of came up with it and we stuck with it, and we are happy where we are.
Okay. I have one question related with history, because you're gonna play in Cartagena, which is a 3,000 years old city. And actually in the last album you have a song based more or less in Cartagena, because Aníbal, he started the, let's call it, tour around Europe like a band in Cartagena. So when you go to play in a place where you have written a song about it, do you want to escape a little bit to investigate, or do you feel some pressure like, okay, I have to honor this song and this place at the same time?
Indeed, I mean, sometimes we do feel that we are forced to play some certain songs in certain places. That's true, but we also enjoy to feel and take in the stuff that we've been singing about at the place where they happen. So we've had the luck and the unfortunate, because some of the places are not so nice to visit. So, but we have visited a couple of those places that we sing about.
Okay. Related with your last album, because the stage some years ago, it was based in the First World War, because the two albums and the anniversary of 1 century of the conflict. But I don't know how it's gonna be now. Do you want to put elephants in the stage, because Aníbal was with elephants around the world? Or...
Of course, I want to put an elephant on the stage. That would be amazing,
okay,
right? But yeah, I mean, we shouldn't bring tanks at the moment, right? So we are starting a tour in tomorrow morning. I'm flying out, so I just came from the last gym session and getting ready and pumped up for the new tour. And yeah, we are not bringing a tank for this part of the tour, so it's something different that represents legends a lot more.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
How do you come up with the idea for an album? Like, that's something I always wonder. Like, when a band starts creating an album, it's just because you have a bunch of songs and you want to release them, or you have a concept, an idea behind it?
No. We start writing music, and then we feel something. What do we feel? And in this case, the first music that was written was the song that later gonna be Templars. So we felt immediately that this is not First World War, this is not Second World War, this is something more ancient, more epic. Mm-hmm. And we thought for a long time that we wanted to write a song or maybe an entire album about Templars. So once we had the music for that one, we felt this is the Templar song for sure. We felt it like that, and then we were like, okay, so where do we go from here? Obviously not World War I, not World War II, so we got a Templar song. What do we do then? And then in my like library of ideas for the future of songs, I had something called Legends, and we liked the idea of title and everything cool we could build out of that. And so we brought it up, and then it's like Tempest fit in there, and then what else? And we found these historical characters that we thought gonna fit very well into there. And thanks to that, it was a blessing to continue to write the album, because we had no boundaries. So when we are writing an album about First World War, for example, we are bound at 4 years of history and mainly the European scene. But when we took on Legends, we opened the whole world and all kind of ages, making it easier for us to write and much more relaxed.
How you manage to, when you put the sound effects, because that's something I would say very characteristic of Sabaton sound, that in certain songs there is like actual war sound effects that kind of transport you to that situation, to that battle. Is that you recorded by yourself? You make all the sounds with metal pieces or whatever, or how you do it?
Yeah, well, we have had a couple of samples here and there, but yeah, we created the first marching army with a tray of cutlery.
Really?
Smashing it and recording that, and that's how we made an army march. And then, then you can play around with a lot of effects and screams and stuff like that, and build it up.
It sounds incredibly cinematic, and as a content creator, I think we both love to play around with sound effects, but of course not as great as you guys do.
It's a fun thing, and I mean, with a little bit of creativity and a good sound, like bunch of effects and stuff, you can create quite a lot out of anything. So one of my best friends is a sound designer for a computer game, very big one, doing lots of stuff, and I'm always hanging out with him, and he's like, yeah, I'm doing the sound of how it sounds like when you're cracking a yellow mushroom out of a tree bark, and this is how I created it. And then he's like taking something out of a fridge and just opening a vegetable and recording it, and that's how it ended up in a game. And yeah, so
that's so cool. Yeah. Last question.
But the coolest thing ever is to create the sound effects for gory computer games. When you need to do, this is how a demon sounds when you rip him apart and then eat his, parts out. When you have to do those kind of effects. So I've been sitting with him when those are made as well.
You got to have a special sensibility for that. Like you are, I don't know, opening some yogurt case, and you're like, hey, this sound combined with this other thing, there is something here.
It's fun though.
Okay. So, well, I think we are now on time. So that was everything for you guys. It has been a pleasure. We really want to enjoy Sabaton in Spain. Long time without seeing Sabaton in Spain.
We missed you guys.
Yeah, it was definitely time.
But we're coming.
Yeah, definitely. Gracias, Fonseca. Tack så mycket, Pär. Thank you very much.
Tack så mycket. Thank you so much.
Gracias, Fonseca.
Chao. Bueno, un placer.
Un placer. Unos
Nos
cuernacos
vemos
para
en
todos.
Cartagena.
Infiltration of a violent escalation. Out of the trenches, the storm through